There's a unique magic that happens when a story expands, when a prequel doesn't just add context, but fundamentally reshapes our understanding of what came after. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible journey of Andor, across its full 2-season arc, and exploring how it has profoundly impacted its cinematic successor, Rogue One. Did it simply enhance it, or did it do something more, perhaps even highlighting the film's own nature in a new light? For me, the answer is clear. Andor makes Rogue One, and even the spark of A New Hope, a richer, more poignant experience. Let's explore why. The Cassian Andor we meet on the Ring of Kafrene in Rogue One is a hardened, cynical operative, quick to make ruthless decisions. For years, that was our primary lens on him. But now, after 2 seasons of Andor, that cynicism is layered with profound tragedy and a weariness earned through unimaginable trials. From his desperate search for his sister on Kenari, through the fires of Aldhani, the soul-crushing despair of Narkina 5, and the heartbreaking losses on Ferrix, Season 1 forged a reluctant hero. Then, Season 2 propelled him deeper into the nascent rebellion's desperate heart. We saw him navigate the treacherous landscapes of Gorman, confront the chilling efficiency of ISB supervisor Dedra Meero, and witness firsthand the Empire's tightening grip, culminating in the devastating events that led him directly to Luthen Rael's final, galaxy-altering revelation about the Death Star.
We fight to win.
That means we lose. And lose and lose and lose. Until we're ready.
Suddenly, Cassian's actions in Rogue One are not just those of a rebel spy. They are the actions of a man who has lost almost everything, who has seen the true cost of oppression, and who, as he tells Jyn, has been in this fight since he was 6 years old. His initial order to kill Galen Erso, his later defiance, and ultimately his sacrifice on Scarif, all are imbued with a new heartbreaking depth. We understand the weight behind his eyes because Andor let us live it with him. And it's not just Cassian who is recontextualized. Consider Mon Mothma. In Rogue One, she is the stately, concerned leader. But Andor unveils the immense personal cost of her rebellion, the fractured family, the constant surveillance, the dangerous financial gambits with figures like Tay Kolma, and the morally compromising alliance with Davos Skolden in Season 2. Her brief, determined appearances in Rogue One, urging the Council to act, now carry the weight of years of silent, perilous struggle. Director Krennic, too, transforms. Rogue One presented him as an ambitious, somewhat beleaguered Imperial, but Andor, especially in its 2nd season through his interactions with Dedra Meero and his relentless pursuit of the Death Star project, even amidst ISB scrutiny, paints a fuller picture of his oily, slick ambition, his bureaucratic battles, and the simmering rage that boils over. His desperation on Scarif isn't just about a weapon. It's the culmination of a career built on ruthless maneuvering.
You'll speak to the Emperor about...
Even Saw Gerrera's tragic extremism in Rogue One gains further sorrowful context. Andor showed us his early fractures with the broader rebellion, the brutal methods he employed, and the toll it took. His final stand on Jedha feels less like a sudden choice and more like the inevitable end for a man consumed by his fight. The rebellion itself is no longer a simple band of heroes. Andor unflinchingly portrayed its morally grey choices, its internal divisions, and the sheer brutal cost of every small victory. This makes the desperate, almost suicidal mission in Rogue One feel even more audacious, the stakes even higher. These aren't just rebels, they are survivors, many of whom are deeply scarred, carrying the weight of impossible decisions. Now, this profound deepening inevitably casts Rogue One in a new light, and for some, as we've seen in fan discussions, it can highlight the differences in storytelling. Jyn Erso, for instance. In Rogue One, she is the catalyst, her journey tied to her father. With Cassian now so richly developed, her arc can feel, by comparison, more traditionally cinematic, a focal point for the plot. This isn't necessarily a flaw in Jyn, but rather a natural consequence of Andor's extensive character dive shifting our primary emotional investment.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Similarly, the beloved ensemble of Rogue One, Chirrut Imwe, Baze Malbus, Bodhi Rook, their heroism, often more overt and movie-like, stands in contrast to the gritty, often unglamorous resistance we see in Andor. They become representatives of a different facet of the rebellion, perhaps, or a reflection of Rogue One's need to tell a complete high-stakes war story in 2 hours. The film's faster pace, its use of familiar cameos, and its grander action set pieces are products of its medium, distinct from Andor's serialized, slow-burn political thriller. Some might find these differences jarring. The CGI Tarkin, for example, or the almost offhand way Melshi, a character we grew to know in Andor, meets his end in Rogue One. These moments can feel different now, but for me, these aren't necessarily diminishments. Instead, Andor provides a new lens, inviting us to appreciate Rogue One not just as a standalone adventure, but as the culmination of so much unseen sacrifice and struggle. Ultimately, Andor's greatest gift to Rogue One is a profound emotional resonance. Every sacrifice on Scarif, every desperate act, now carries the weight of 2 seasons of struggle, of faces we knew and lost, of moral lines crossed and redrawn. The film becomes a more potent tragedy, yes, but also a more powerful testament to what these individuals were fighting for. And this, in turn, ripples forward. The hope that Princess Leia carries away from Scarif at the end of Rogue One, the hope that ignites a new hope, isn't just a MacGuffin anymore. It's a beacon forged in the darkest of times, paid for in blood, by characters whose journeys we've intimately shared. Andor doesn't just make Rogue One better, it elevates the very foundations of the Star Wars saga we thought we knew. But these are just my thoughts. How has Andor, with its full story now told, changed Rogue One for you? Did it strengthen it, highlight its flaws, or something else entirely? I'd love to hear your perspectives in the comments below. Thank you for joining me. May the Force be with you always.